pandemic might have been increasing the rates of separation and divorce, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. So in this vlog, I want to have a look at this idea that this pandemic has really blown out divorce rates. I don't have physically the stats and the data at the moment, so I can't tell you specifically what they are, but I can tell you that even in my personal life, over the last 12 months, a lot of people around me have separated. It might just be because we're at that point in life where a lot of people have been together for 10 or so years, they've got small children, they're buckling under a lot of pressure, but I think the pandemic has a lot to do with why those people separated at a particular time. And I don't blame it on lockdown. And I think that's something that we're hearing a lot, that, oh, because we all got stuck at home together and we got sick of each other and people are just leaving their spouses. That's definitely not necessarily the case. Definitely not necessarily. Does that even make sense? Anyway, what I am finding though is that with the pandemic, we've had this ability to slow down. It's kind of been forced upon us, and it's been the silver lining to a lot of things, because I think that we just went on with our day, went on with our lives, and we filled our lives with distractions. It's a holiday and it's an event, it's catching up with the friends, it's doing all these bits and pieces, and often what we didn't get was this stillness and this presence, and actually being present in our relationship and present with our partner. So if things had been going on and there had been little issues niggling away, the chances are, instead of really addressing those and being present with them, there's that word again, present. Instead of being present with them, people were filling their lives with distractions. So they weren't dealing with the core issues in a relationship. It was just kind of easier to keep going on with that everyday routine that you get swept up with. I feel like we don't really make decisions during the day. We just kind of follow this pattern. But sometimes we get to a point where we actually actively have to make a decision, not just go through the day of eating breakfast, having a shower, going to work, things that feel automatic to us. So there we got a whole lot of people who were at home with their partners, really having the opportunity and chance to analyze what was going on, to actually sit with the shit. It's a little phrase that I like to use, is that sometimes we can't move past things, sometimes we can't resolve them. All we can really do is sit with them and feel them and go through them. And that happens a lot in relationships. We are very quick to want to resolve everything, and we're very quick to want a solution to things, but sometimes we just have to be present with what's going on and just feel the emotions associated with it. And this is what the pandemic encouraged, or I suppose, caused a lot of people to do. They were at home looking at their issues, looking at their partner, and thinking about everything that went on. So for a lot of people that did end up separated or divorced as a result of all of this, I actually think this was an opportunity to bring out what was going on at home, to really have a look at the issues in a relationship and whether you could overcome them or not. There were no distractions to disguise and mask the pain and mask the trauma, and it had to be dealt with in this crazy new world pandemic environment that we're all finding ourselves in. So whilst I don't encourage people just to wake up one day and split up, which is not how it happens, but some people seem to believe that divorce is too easy and people just wake up one day and look at their partner and say, I think I'd like a divorce now. It's not about that. It's about actually going through a process, and for a lot of people, for a long time, they have been struggling and suffering. And it's not a matter of waking up one day. It's being in an environment where you might actually then be able to see what it is that's going on at home and assess what it is you really want out of life and a relationship. So for anyone that has separated during the pandemic, please don't think that the pandemic is what ended your relationship. It was just an environment that possibly allowed you to look at things in a different way and actually to feel, experience, and be present with what's going on. For a lot of people as well though, being present and being stuck at home with their partner helped them to reconnect and work on their relationship. So it's done wonders for some people, and it's been an environment for breakups and split ups for others. But that is life, isn't it? So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you would like to stay tuned about more vlogs that I am doing, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also make sure that you check out my online store, Dr. Nikki Shop.